So one of the things about meditating, it's all about actually living in the world. And one of the challenges is when we meditate, we say, let's become quiet inside. But the reality is the world's not quiet. So it feels very difficult, and we often think, well, I'm not a good meditator because I can't find that quiet inside. But the reality is we're alive right now. We're fully alive. Our bodies are moving. It's growing. Our mind is going. We have a million thoughts a minute. We actually aren't quiet inside. So when we only focus on the meditative aspect of ourselves that is quiet, it's not true, right? There's actually many, many, many aspects of who we are. When I first began studying Tantra, one of the concepts I loved was the idea of becoming Zorba the Buddha. The idea of living life to its fullest and just, wine, women, and song, but with the quiet and the centeredness of the Buddha. This was the goal. This is the goal, to live in all of our work, our children, our lovemaking, everything, fully dive into it with all of who we are and have this beautiful presence inside. This is the goal. And this is what I want us to do within our meditation today, is really feel alive and feel this beautiful quiet inside. So just right now, as we're sitting, let's just rub our hands together. It's one of those things that we often don't even want to feel our bodies, right? We want to shut it down. Maybe we don't like the feelings we're having. We don't like the pain we felt. We don't like, life's not easy, right? Okay, let's just stop for a minute. And just feel the sensation in our hands. Feel that aliveness. So now imagine we're walking down a city street. Imagine there's people all around, right? This is what we're feeling all around us. We're feeling the frequencies and the vibration and everything all around us. So there's a part of us that is actually a part of what's going on around us, right? We are resonant beings. We resonate with what's around us. So we're walking down. I live near Toronto, Canada. So I'm walking down Yonge Street in Toronto, and there's a million people, right? Well, my body vibrates with all those people. It feels all those people. So how do I become quiet inside? How do I feel this peace inside as I'm walking through these throngs of people? And we're walking through all of their emotions and stresses and music and cars and everything, right? So one of the ways we can do it is allow our bodies to feel it. Allow our bodies to feel the vibrations of what's around us. And at the same time, going deep inside and feeling stillness. So there's a place within us. If you understand the chakra systems, it would be our heart center, our heart chakra. It's the place where if I said to you, who are you? You would say, I am Katrina. That's not what you would say. I am so-and-so. That place, this is our heart center. This is who we really are, right? This is who I am at a soul level. This is the part of me that never changes. It's exactly the same person I was when I was 6 months old. It's the same person I am now at 50 something. It's the same person I'll be when I'm 90. This is unchanging. In Sanskrit, it's called anahat, the unstruck chord. It's just sort of this beautiful space that our soul is, and it doesn't change. So imagine that we have these two aspects of who we are. We have that part of us that is in full resonance with what's around us. We are part of the collective. We are part of the world, right? And we are this still, quiet truth inside that never changes. We are both, right? The practice today that I hope you can ponder and carry wherever you are is, how do we hold those things together and let them play together? Let them blend, let them build each other up. Because the beautiful thing, and this is we're going to do the meditation in a few minutes, but one of the beautiful applications of this is not just walking down a city street, because that's a lot of our life, right? Maybe we're at work, maybe there's people around us that are struggling. So that's sort of that, how do we not buffer, but how do we blend with the world around us and still have this beautiful quiet center? So that's one aspect, right? Is the world's crazy. Now what do we do? But there's a lot of the world that is very beautiful and peaceful. So if we go and we sit by an ocean, those parts of us that resonate with the world around us also is the ocean. That's why when we sit there, suddenly we feel more expansive. We feel great. We feel calm. Or maybe we walk through the woods and we hear the birds and we smell the air and we hear the trees flowing back and forth. This is also us. This is why when we go in nature, that there's a beautiful I'm sure he doesn't want to be called beautiful. There's a quantum physicist called David Bohm. He's no longer with us, but he's an amazing, amazing physicist. And he called this body the rheosomic body, or the rheosoma. And basically this was the part of our body, or the aspect of who we were, that joined us with the world around us. And the idea was that, imagine you walked outside and you saw the clouds going by. And you looked at the cloud and you let your rheosomic body or your rheosoma resonate, become one with the cloud. Right? So even right now, if we close our eyes and we envision a cloud floating through the sky, and let your body flow with that cloud and just become the cloud. You can open your eyes. I'll talk about quantum physics for a minute because it's quite a passion of mine. But one of the things about David Bohm is he said, we are all part of a unified field. We are all one. We are all part of this. And we physically appear, and then we go back into the unified field, and we come back in, and we go back out, and we're always in renewal. It's a beautiful, great topic that I love talking about, which I will more later. But this was part of it, that we are the cloud. We are made of the same things of the cloud, and the trees, and the ocean, and everyone around us. So it's actually truth that we are part of the cloud. So I just want to mention that because it isn't just about walking downtown and dealing with the world around us. Sometimes all we have to do is look out the window and just see the trees flowing, and our whole bodies become relaxed. We feel the center and everything calms. So we're going to do the meditation in a minute, so just find a comfortable spot, which I'm sure you're already in. Sitting on a chair, sitting cross-legged. I just want to share with you a few images by Alex Gray, and I'm sure you've seen them before. This is his picture of our nervous system. And when you think of that, our electrical system, how alive we are, right? All of those electrical channels running through our system all the time. And we're going to focus on this in the meditation, which is why I'm showing it to you. This is another one. Another one of our energy system, our chakras, our meridians. That's who we really are, which is why I think it's interesting when we try to meditate and we try to find this deep center, which I also love. I'm not saying that's wrong. That's actually my favorite kind of meditation too. But this is actually what we're experiencing, right? We're actually experiencing being that alive. Then there's this other one that I think is also cool. that's who we really are. So we want to be able to embrace all of that and feel still. So that's what we're going to do. So let's sit nice and tall, closing your eyes and making sure you're comfortable. If in any way you're not comfortable, just change it, add a pillow, do whatever you need to do to feel really comfortable so we don't have to worry about your body. So sitting nice and tall, closing your eyes, letting the crown of your head rise up to the ceiling. Or if you're lucky enough to be outside, up to the sky. Really pressing your sit bones down into the earth. And as you press them down, letting your spine rise up. And just letting your hands rest wherever they're comfortable. Maybe they just want to sit in a cup in your lap or on your knees. But just a very relaxed posture. And now what I want you to do is we're first going to focus on the Rea Soma, the alive part of us. So I want you to imagine your mind. I want you to think about all of the thoughts and the million firing synapses in your brain right now. And they could be thoughts, they could be things going on in your life. Not that I want you to engage with them, but just be aware of them. Almost like this electrical circuitry that's just going at a mile a minute. Because it's also going because it's feeding everything in your body. Its cells are dying and being reborn, and it's pumping your blood, and it's moving your lungs, and it's doing all these things, all beginning in the mind. So just allowing the mind to be what it is. Maybe it's a beehive right now of activity. Awesome. Just allow that. Then let's move down the spine. Let's go down the neck and into the shoulders and feel the nerve endings go all the way down to your fingertips. Imagine that you have nerves leaving the neck, the vertebrae in the neck, that extend all the way down to your fingertips. And they're alive, right? They are right now vibrating, delivering all kinds of wonderful feelings. Then going down the spine and visualizing all of these nerves going out from the vertebrae into the lungs, into the heart, into your gallbladder, into your liver, into every cell, every ligament. Firing, doing all these amazing things. Sorry. And now imagine, go down deeper into your pelvis. And imagine nerve endings going all the way down to your toes, down through your knees, your ankles. Imagine this amazing electrical system that we are. And now let's go back up into your heart, your actual physical heart. It's pumping blood out to all the extremities. With every pump, blood flows all the way through your whole body, down to your toes, down to your fingers, up into your face, into all the cells in your body, in your skin, in your eyes. Then let's focus on our breath as we inhale, allowing our belly to expand. And as we exhale, letting it contract. And imagining this breath like a pump, putting oxygen into all that blood, flowing that oxygen into every cell of your body, all being driven by your lungs, by your breath right now. Just allowing your body to feel how alive it is right now. So just allowing this beautiful feeling, almost like if you were walking through the woods, that all around you, life is happening. There are birds, there are squirrels, the sun is shining, the trees are flowing, the water is flowing, and it's all good. And we're going to come back into our own reality, our own experience. So just breathing deeply, let's focus on the breath, expanding the belly as we inhale, contracting as we exhale, breathing through the nose, and allowing ourselves to focus in that heart center, that still place deep inside, that part of you that never changes. It's the you that is walking through the woods. It's this beautiful observer, the witness mind, the part of us that is listening right now, the part of us that sees the clouds, the part of us that is having this experience right now. And it's just watching. And it's so quiet. And just breathe into that quiet. Just like you're walking through the woods. And within this quiet, you get to notice things. Maybe you see a stone or you see something beautiful. But you are quiet inside. Really feeling the breath moving through this quiet. Feeling the breath flowing through your whole being. Imagine feeling this beautiful anahat, this beautiful unstruck chord, this quiet. And with every breath, we deliver this quiet to every cell of our body. Imagine what that feels like, to feel this quiet peace delivered to the muscles in your being. And they instantly relax a little bit. To feel this quiet even come into our heart, our physical heart. And our heart pumps in a very natural, quiet rhythm as it's designed. Imagine this quiet being delivered to all the neurons in our mind. And all of a sudden our brain simply does what it's designed to do, that it does naturally, nourishing our whole being, keeping us alive and alert and aware, and also calm and quiet and peaceful. Imagine feeling that quiet being delivered to your shoulders and releasing anything that isn't you. Knowing that this quiet is who you are. And everything else can just go on our exhale. And even as we sit right here, still with our eyes closed, feeling this beautiful center, but being able to feel the air around us. Maybe there's sounds in the room. And to practice feeling this beautiful quiet within, and allowing our senses to still be aware of the world around us. And we get to watch it and observe it with this beautiful witness mind. And then we're going to quietly come back together. And let's just breathe together for a moment. Let's take a deep breath in together. And exhale. And take another deep breath in together. And exhale. And one more time, take a deep breath in together. And exhale. And let's just open our eyes. It's an interesting thing to even believe that this is a normal state, that we can actually walk through life like this. For me, it's almost about giving myself permission to actually be quiet inside and be happy and be... It's like that quiet inside is always there. I think that's the beautiful thing about anahat, about the heart center. That it doesn't change, right? When we actually want to have all of our chakras flowing, we have to leave it clear. We don't want to mix it up and fill it with things. We want to allow flow all the time. But really finding that center within us. And the beautiful thing is we find it through the breath. Every one of us, as soon as we breathe deeply, our body naturally goes into a different state of being, right? We go from the parasympathetic to the sympathetic nerve, system. But what all that really means is that we calm down and we take a deep breath. And that no matter what we're doing in life, that's all we have to do is just find that deep breath, find that center, and then almost like allow ourselves. It's like sometimes when I do it, my head tilts, I'll kind of go, I kind of look around the world and it's almost like I take on that wisdom, not wisdom, it is wisdom, but it's that witness mind, and I go, and it's like I find my little quiet center, and then I observe the world around me. And that I think is sort of that Zorba the Buddha, is just taking that deep breath, finding our deep center, and letting the world be what it is. And it also lets us be excited in the world too. It isn't just about being quiet and peaceful. It's sort of like, when we'd watch the old movies about the karate guy or whatever, and it would always be some crazy American that would go to the East, and he'd all be full of all kinds of, totally off center, right? Filled with rage, filled with righteousness, filled with all this stuff. Not a clear anahat, not a clear heart center, filled with stuff. And he would be all ready to take on the old master, and the master would sit in this beautiful center and just sort of go. Because from that quiet place, we are also so focused. We also can respond in the moment. We are so wise when we sit in that clear anahat space, and that it's very natural. But it's really about us. I will practice this more here on Insight Timer. But it really is wonderful to take it home and find it and practice it in the world. Like, go and walk downtown, go walk around, or even hanging out with other people. Breathe deeply, allow that witness mind, and kind of just look around, right? I think I'm confused about the quiet inside because I can't find it. There's only the ever-changing sensations, right? When we only feel sensations, imagine you're in the ocean. Imagine the water is going and it's moving, but you are in the water. You are riding the motion. So even if all you feel are the waves, almost feel you within that wave. Feel yourself almost surfing the wave, but you are in it. But I think the problem is we often identify with the waves and we don't feel ourselves on the surfboard. We don't feel ourselves floating on the waves. And that's the practice, to go out into the world, feel the sensations, and almost feel yourself flowing with it, right? Because the world is seldom still. So that's the journey. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a number of meditations and talks this week, and I would love for you to join me then too. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.